Yeah, morning guys. Welcome to day 2 of week 6 of the Guildford City Fitness live stream. Hope you all had a really good night last night and enjoyed watching Ellen's talk around how to build smart goals. A really insightful expansion on some of the points Kate made a few weeks ago about tying emotions to some of your goals as well, but I'll expand on that a bit later on. I think it was a really cool one. You should absolutely check it out on the club's YouTube channel. Today's warm-up is going to be backstroke themed slightly. So get yourself ready. We've got a card game for today's one. So we're going to start with squat and hip lift. So you're going to need lots of room, and I'm going to need a deck of cards. So you're going to go squat to hip lift to start. Make sure you also have a drink ready so that you don't need to run around the room looking for it like I do sometimes.
Hi from Edith, hi from Morgan. Good morning guys, I hope you're staying safe from Maddie.
Yes, I think we are. I'd say so.
Yeah.
I'm about to start a video, Maddie. There's always the chance that I'm going to make a mistake that you can learn from. So, squat to hip lift. You've done it a few times now. So squat down, touch the ground, lift your hips up. And you're going to go through that 6 times, even if your hands come off the floor and your back stays straight.
Morning from Manon, morning from Yash.
Spread your feet if you have to. Morning, you too. 6 times through that, and then you're going to go into windmill. So pretty much the exact same position as you just were, but I prefer to start up here in a Y shape. So then you're going to rotate side to side and come back up into the middle. Seems a bit redundant, but you come back into here so you can reset and then check whether each rep is feeling better or worse. Down.
Morning from Sam, morning from Cara, morning from Sam, morning from Charlie.
Sam, Cara, Sam, Charlie. There's still technically 3 names. Ugh.
Morning Jordan and Demi from Sienna, morning. Morning from Scarlett, morning from Pranath.
A lot of names, and I wish you all a very good morning. I'm watching myself on the monitor, see if my damage is as good as it is. That's good enough. Streamline lunge. So, classic pre-pull warm up this. Hands in streamline. So, knee touch the ground, arms up in streamline the entire time. Knee touch ground, back up. The whole time. Keep this locked down. You keep moving. And almost actively pull your wrists and elbows back. So as you go down, you're holding that position. The only thing not streamlined would be where your legs are. Once you've done 6 of those, you're going to go into wall slides, which we always know we prefer to floor slides. I'll demo them so I can do them consistently and well, because consistency beats everything else.
We've got morning from Hannah, morning from Scarlett and Michael, morning from Manon, who's just come back from a run again. Running
That's
in the
very
rain.
brave, Manon. Wow.
Yeah. Morning from Zach, morning from Sophia and Danny. It's just Robin today because Jamie broke her finger and could not do sports, I think. Oh, bless her.
Oh no. 6 of those. And then alternate your shoulder rolls. So, there's that variation on the theme. Normal shoulder rolls, the thumb down, hands at the same. Today we're going to alternate them. So, one thumb down by your side, thumb behind you, one over your head, thumb in front, that way, thumb down. And then you're going to go switch and then turn your hand. No, different direction. Confuse myself. I'll still confuse myself. One's going forwards, one's going back. So you go 3 times through that, and then swap them. And as you do it, make sure you turn your thumb. So every top and bottom, they change direction. So leading through those, then you've got 4 split jumps. So take your marks, like we did during the week, but much more focus on reaction. Take marks.
Morning from
Two more.
Kira, morning from Grace, morning from B, morning from Nancy, Morning from Eleanor.
I remember Nancy and Eleanor. Who was the first name on that shout out?
Kira.
Kira. Very good morning to you, Kira. And thank you to Eleanor. Is it Eleanor Oadley?
Very sorry, the comments come so quickly. Oadley, did you say?
Yes.
Yes.
Then yes. So Eleanor, we actually went with your name for the hamster. So we now have Pipsqueak the hamster.
Indeed.
Cards. Thanks again to everyone that gave us suggestions. It was a very hard choice, to be fair.
Yeah.
Almost led to a full-blown argument. It didn't really.
Maddie's just asked, did we get a hamster? Yes, we did. When she's awake, I will show her to you. Let me just put in the comments what the cards are going to be.
Yeah, buddy. Right, we're going to get a drink. Make sure you take your drinks, guys. If you have, so people that have been running a lot or doing other bits and pieces beyond the challenges, make sure if you need extra mobility or extra stretches, now in the warm-up, do them. So if you want to do a little bit of a heart rate raise before the card game starts.
No, I did that wrong. 1 second. So it's squats.
Yeah.
Next one.
Toe touch.
Next one.
Dead bug.
And
Jumping jack.
thank you. Star jump. Right, there we go.
Right. There we go. So 1 to 10. Faces are 10. We're going to get going. 3, 2, 1, go. Then we're shuffling. A little bit of a jog to keep going.
So you've got 10 toe touches.
You guys have to go streamline. I just don't want to raise my t-shirt too much. No one needs to see that. I lost count. When you lose count, the rule of thumb is 3 more. Okay. Next.
10 squats.
2, 6, 8, 9, 10.
6 dead bugs.
Okay, even number, guys, you can alternate. 2, 3, 4. Lower back, pushing to the ground all the time.
The next one will be 3 star jumps.
Relax. Over a little bit there. Whew. 10 seconds off. Then back in. 2, 1. Let's go.
You've got 1 dead bug.
Double for an odd number. Oh, double dead bug, sorry.
5 squats. 4 dead bugs.
Single arm and leg for an even number. 2, 3, 4. Go.
5 toe touches.
4, 5.
2 star jumps.
Not the TV. Okay, one more.
10 squats.
Oh no! I gambled and lost. 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. Grab drinks, ready to start the session. So we are starting Tuesday with some movement skills. You've got press up and rotate, hamstring raise, and split squat hold. You're going to need a table and a hamstring raise, or you just do it on one leg on the floor if you don't have one. To press up and rotate, push into rotation plank. Hamstring raises, foot elevated. Up and down. And then finish the round with split squat hold. So 20 seconds in that position, 20 on the other one. So again, more of a postural emphasis, more movement control, rather than just a big nasty leg burn. Okay, so drinks at the ready.
So Jamie with the broken finger says she gets to watch TV though before school, so she's actually quite happy at the moment.
What was the silver lining, Jamie? Glad you found it. 3, 2, 1, go. So it's a regular old push-up, and as you come up from the ground, you're going to go into a rotation plank, whichever side you want. Down. Again, just making sure you pull through your belly button, back into the middle, up, make sure your hips are level, and belly button's facing the right way. Drop slow and controlled, push up, and out, like that. So if it helps you, you can still do that cheat that I do. If you imagine actually pulling your belly button to the side. For 5 seconds left, I'm going to do this one because I'm facing the camera. Up, pull, relax. Or even bigger than that, it's like someone's pulling your hips up from below your belly button. It just means a lot of that movement comes from here and in between. And you're going to go into hamstring raise in 2, 1, go.
Morning from Ella, and Edith has Harry Potter playing cards. I want some.
Oh, jealous, right? So hamstring raise for those of that at the table. This actually becomes a single leg glute bridge. If you've got a couple of books, anything with your foot above the floor level, I would call a hamstring raise. If you do have a table, maybe this, so. "20 seconds on one, swap over if you didn't. So these should be getting a lot easier. I've been doing them for a while now. Slow, controlled, don't push your elbows into the ground, and then relax. And then split squat hold. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So set yourself up with a split squat, and then lift your knee up. The easiest way to learn this, if something goes wrong, you just drop down. So you do 20 seconds, drop if you have to, and anything is you hold here. Woo. Switch sides. Morning, Harry. Hope you're having a great day. So the beautiful thing about this, it's going to help your split squat jumps get a lot more explosive, because your body's going to get so good at being ready in a bent knee position. 3, 2, 1, relax. This becomes very familiar. So if you think about when you go to your split squats down here, you'll have a lot of energy to go and drive up. If you then translate that again to a block position, your back leg from here is going to have a lot of oomph. Just takes getting used to. If anything, movement skill is now just, if you don't know it, I'm putting it in the movement skill section so you can build up your experience with it. Back into press up and rotate in 3, 2, 1, let's do it. Hold, push your hand really hard into the ground, push up, big push. It's almost like you don't stop pushing. So this arm, it's like it gets stuck on pause. So you go down, push yourself up, and keep driving with that bottom hand, long and strong. Think about that. 15 seconds left. So down, long and strong. So in those with hypermobility, that's probably your best chance to fix as well. If you can imagine doing that, relax, time's up. It means there's always a signal letting go from your brain down through to your fingertips and the palm. and into hamstring raise. So, 3, 2, 1, go. "20 seconds on one side, 20 seconds on the other." Can you see me okay?
Yeah.
Good. Swap it over. Ugh. So the main difference of when you think about reverse planks when we do those should always be very hippy. This one should be a bit of both. So that top bit here, everything from your knee to your hip, it's working very hard until it's not because we're stopping. And then you split squat hold again. In 3, 2, 1, go. And posture is the most important thing. If you have to start from the top and build yourself to being low, that's okay. The hardest bit's always going to be here, at the bottom bit of the range. And stop. Through gritted teeth. 2, 1, go. So that back, straight back, with a bent knee in the front, bent hip in the front, open hip on the back, is your main goal. Big deep breaths. 2, 1, stop. A little bit of rest. Round 2 is done. Back into press up and rotate. Make sure you're drinking. I don't have one yet, it's a very bad example. Okay, so going in, press up and rotate in 2, 1, let's go.
This is our pipsqueak. Sorry, you can continue with all the serious stuff now.
Hope that's a real test of resilience for you guys to keep exercising when you're meant to be. Slow. Explode.
Get a lot of R's.
Explode. So even if you want to hold yourself in the midpoints to see if you've got full control, makes it far more exciting and challenging. And then stop. That one's out of the way. Time for a hamstring raise.
It's a she. She's ready to go.
2, 1, go. "20 seconds on one, then we swap. For me, because it's on a table, I'm thinking of pulling my heel down and trying to break it. Relax. Swap sides. 2, 1, go. Elbows up. Drive your hips up as high as you can. Slow and controlled down. Up as quick as you can. 2, 1, stop. Finish one split squat hold. A few seconds to finish part 1. 2, 1, go. So if you struggle with this one, you keep finding yourself falling down, we're having to stop. Come out of it with control. So if this is getting too much, stand up, get your bearings here, then go back into it. So again, all the points I keep making about learning skills and your brain and body talking, it's much better than you sort of build this. So you're starting to write instructions to get better at this, and then you just lose it. So if you go from here, and you want to sink down, and then get yourself back into it, relax. You know, it'll be a bit more difficult today, but it'll become that much easier tomorrow. And round 1, minute and a half. And there's plenty of time to look at hamsters if you want.
So she is is it a Campbell dwarf? And I'm so sorry to hear that, Cara. Cara's second hamster died yesterday.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Cara.
And yet she is very cute. She's just very mischievous as well.
Part 2. This one's going to be a burner as well. Static strength today, guys. So you've got dead bugs, up downs, and flutter kick. It's all about holding that core position.
She's taking her screen time.
She has. She can run the videos if she wants.
Yeah. I mean, she's pretty fast on her wheel.
She was joining in with the exercise this morning. We had to take the wheel off because it was very loud.
Yes.
She's camera shy too. She keeps looking at me. Alright, so dead bugs, you don't need any kit apart from your body today. For part 2, I'm going to move this, except for the chest stretches. I don't think of any anatomy questions today. Okay, so we're going to get going. 10 seconds into dead bugs, drink nearby. In, don't need that either. 2, 1, let's go. So ideally double dead bug. Again, if you go slow, control with every rep. You're not going to do that many of them. I think 45, if you went 5 seconds per rep, you wouldn't even manage 10 of them. But your core control and your lower body strength, or your lower ab strength, is going to grow massively from having to stop your legs pulling your pelvis out of position. Then 5 seconds, time for one more. 2, 1, relax. So the hardest part in the dead bug should be all below your belly button, essentially, because that's what's going to control the shape of your pelvis, the position of your pelvis, sorry. Into up downs, in 3, 2, 1, go. So anti-rotational, if you want to mix in marches, because they're easier for you, or if you wanted to do shoulder taps, any variation, to be giving away all my dirty secrets now, anything that means you're having to take control of your body, not rotating when you don't want it to. So here, even a single arm plank. Three, 2, 1, relax. So if you think arm comes up, shoulder doesn't drop, and then you've got flutter kick to finish off. So really end your lower abs. 2, 1, go. So the same thing we thought about the last couple of days, or even a week or so. Do the hardest version that you can. Stop when you can't. 3 seconds off. Go again. When you can't do a single second of it, then go for the easy one. Easier one, sorry. For some people this isn't going to be easy. But the point is being here and trying to do your best is where the challenge comes from for you. So make sure your head is neutral, shoulders are on the ground, lower back doesn't move. 2, 1, relax. Round 1 done. Only 2 more to go. So again, lower body focus. It's force of habit when I say things like, I'll go for the easier one, but genuinely, by the end of trying to do the hard one, that big leg movement is not easy. You start to feel it a lot in your core, as long as your lower back doesn't move. That's the most important thing. It's more impressive if your lower back doesn't move than if you keep arching it with a big fast leg kick. So, dead bugs, In 2, 1, go.
We've got so cute. Pipsqueak is a really good name. Yes, it is. We went through all of the name suggestions yesterday, and there were so many good ones. But when we got her, we thought, yeah, Pipsqueak was perfect.
We almost ended up with Nibbles was a strong contender.
Yeah.
And two votes for that. And Clelia suggested Cookie.
Yeah.
So we thought Crumble.
Yeah. Little Cookie Crumble because she's so tiny.
Stop. Over around. Too excited.
Pranath managed to get a glimpse of her, not me. He said she's really cute. Yeah, she is. Oh, other than when she bites.
2, 1, up, down. Go.
She likes to nibble.
Yeah, she's a nibbler.
But she only ever nibbles my fingers, not Jordan's.
She bites them sometimes. She was dangling them from me yesterday.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Okay, so single arm plank is what we're going to go for now. So again, if you look at my shoulders, people, the challenge is to not drop. So you've got to hold it steady. Three, 2, 1, relax. So that's really, oh man, really feeling that today. There's other variations I'll go through on round 3. For now, we're going back into flutter kick. In 2, 1, go. What's the other talking about? Or fidget.
Yeah, we
I thought hard to fidget for a while.
Yeah.
But then we like the Pipsqueak because you can call it Pip.
Yeah.
Oh. So if the fast flutter kick is proving too hard for you to hold your lower body, going with a slow good one, it's going to burn a lot more, but it gives you more chance to control.
Good morning, both from the Matthews. Morning, the Matthews.
Good to hear from you, Matthews family. Oh, thanks for being here. Stop. One more round. Doing really well today, guys. It's a lot of concentrated effort for your core to get through for 4 minutes. So, 15 seconds left. Grab a drink.
Okay, well, you've got time for anyone that's missed her.
Oh. Last few seconds. Into dead bug. In 2, 1, go. So at this point, you might find that single arm and leg is more than enough to challenge your lower back. So as you start to get tired, don't do the right, yeah. The goal here, so reach your heel as far as you can. Let's make sure you're still pulling. You might not feel you need to if you're strong enough, but pull your lower abs towards your head as hard as you can. In fact, doing that is sometimes harder than a double. So you look at my heel, I'm genuinely trying to get as far away from my body as I can. 2, 1, relax. 2 more exercises. Up downs. 5 seconds left. 2, 1, let's go. So, you can go as well to lower body alternatives. The plank march is fast becoming a favourite of mine. You've also got side taps. A little bit easier, I think. But the more you get your leg away from your body, it's much harder for your hips and your... So you think all the muscles that you need to get a good breaststroke kick on the outside to stabilise your pelvis. So if you go for a tap, it's not too bad. As soon as you go right out to the side, there's a serious challenge. Relax there. Okay. It's mainly a pelvic stability thing instead of a core. Have a go anyway, see how you feel. Last exercise, flutter kick. In 3, 2, 1, go. So this one, shoulders should be on the ground, head should be on the ground. Take breathers if you have to. 3, 2, 1. Again, rather than it being cheating, it means you can squeeze as hard as you physically can to finish off the round. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Job done. It's Tuesday session finished, guys. Really well done. That's a lot of core control work for early in the morning. It's a very good way to start your day. 8:31. So we're going to run you all through the cool down check. So 30 seconds stretch per main muscle. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So any questions or comments? Fire them off. Alternatives if you need them. Happy to amend. If there's anything that I could be saying in the middle in the explanations, let us know. We're at a point now where we know the people that have been watching consistently, so I don't want to exclude anyone that's just joining in. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, just let us know and I can address it by repeating some of the earlier advice that I gave. Cool down wise, we can go through some other bits and pieces. Switch legs if you didn't. So if you need to foam roll, we can do that. Because I remembered this today.
Both me and Pranash found this really challenging but really good. Sam says, thanks Jordan, my tummy really aches now.
Oof. That's exactly what we're going for, Sam. So again, foam rolling, get one if you haven't. And there's a lot of places have gauged the prices now. So I don't want you to, what's she doing? She's like rolling around in a circle in her food bowl, like a washing machine. Okay, block stretch. So flat back position. For today, if you have a flat back position, so like imagine in your head, take your marks, 1 foot behind you, and then hinge. I think it's easier to get a good hamstring stretch coming from the bottom, but again, that brain-body conversation I keep talking about, which I'm happy to elaborate on if anyone needs me to. If you try and create that stretch in the order that you would if you when you get the blocks, it might be a bit easier. So switch sides again, foot behind you.
So we've got thanks Jordan, great session from the non. And then we've got with up downs, do you have to swap arms?
Oh, I do. I try to anyway. Sometimes I get like caught up on breathing. But I take it by switching arms, yeah. So like if I'm going down, I'll drop left and then I'll push up left, and then on the next one I'll drop right. I don't think it makes a massive difference in the short term, but it's just good as a skill to think about coordinating your arms. It's quite helpful.
Thank you for a great session from Eleanor. Thank you very much. Have a great day. My core will be dying all day. I have to go to virtual school now, but thank you very much.
Very welcome. Who's that from? Totally gone.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hamstring. I'm losing it. Hip stretch. We'll go with the normal. We did the normal one yesterday. With the standing one. Pigeon. When in doubt, pigeon stretch. Ugh. So this one's quite a challenging one to progress. Oh no, she's fallen through. So that's enough for me today. There. So knee doesn't have to be on the ground. Remember that one. As long as your back's straight. It's actually quite a good one to learn how to coordinate your hips as well. So I don't like separating stretches into strokes because it makes people that don't do that stroke as the number one thing, they don't need it. But hips have to be square. Because if your hips are square and you're mobile, it means that your lower body can do whatever you need it to effectively.
Sam says that was a fun session. Thank you both for today's session. Take care of the hamster from Maddie. Will do.
Thank you, Maddie. Have a good one.
Thank you for both of the sessions. Edith feels ready for the rainy day. Fiona says abs are going to be a killer after school squad finishes this morning too. Thank you very much, Jordan, Demi, and the adorable Pipsqueak. Good motivation for the flutter kicks. Thank you from Cara. You're more than welcome.
Yeah, I didn't like them at first, but I kind of like them now. They're very good exercise. Pigeons, so again, flat back, always flat back. Try and get your hips square. Lats.
Thank you both for a great start to the day. Pipsqueak is adorable. Hannah now wants a hamster for her birthday. They are very cute, Hannah.
Don't need that, but lats. Oh shoot, I haven't got time to fire it off, everyone's gone to school. Quiz for tomorrow, so for the bonus plank, I need 3 things you can do to make a lat stretch harder from the community, 1 answer only per person. I might not do it today because a lot of people have had to shoot off, but tomorrow.
There's still 23 people on, so...
Ooh, okay, right. What are 3 things you can do with this stretch to make it harder? Yeah, if no one answers, I'll just do it again tomorrow.
Yeah.
I should have said it at the start, but I'm literally going to do them in the video as well.
Thank you guys. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow from Tegan. Thank you, Jordan, from Harry. Pipsqueak is so cool. Thank you, Jordan, for an amazing session.
Relax.
And Demi, Pipsqueak is so cute, from Danny and Sophia.
Very, very proud.
Yes, she is the team mascot.
You're making her blush, guys. Chest stretch. Classic.
Pipsqueak, not me.
Yeah. Okay, hand up over your head. Think about body position. So I'll do it this way. So everything from here to there is straight. If you relax into it, again, you want this organised always. Whenever your hand's over your head, you're trying to do stuff, there has to be some sort of connection between your brain and your feet, which you'll lose it if you just slouch and get a big stretch. Switch sides. Again, you can swap, so if your left hand's up, put your right foot forward. Because I think it just makes it easier to keep your body organised. If you do it that way, you still get a stretch, but you also start to twist a bit more. And again, the pushy thing. I still prefer the table. I just do it for variety. I think ultimately, foam rolling is the one. If I knew that everybody had a foam roller, I would pretty much only foam roll the videos now. Because they just accelerate that message to your brain, like, well, we're done now, need to calm down, recover. But the more you guys punish me by remembering these things and let me saying them, the more effective you'll become. And the fitter I'll get, so actually everyone's a winner. That's it, neck and ankle. So that might be another thing I ask you tomorrow. Like, how do you stretch neck and ankle? Show us online that you're doing it through the usual channels. I don't need my phone for the challenges because I know it's forearm plank and I just forget the name of it. Because it's adaptability. So same thing as always. Tag the club, hashtag your squad name, and then hashtag adaptability. We're just going to see, as much as we've just done a big old ab burner, how long can you hold a forearm plank for? Now this to me doesn't matter if you only manage 20 seconds. Not everyone's going to do more than that. I might get 20 seconds. But if you get 20 today after all of that work, and then 3-4 weeks from now you get a minute after doing all that work, the aim is that we're trying to build your core endurance, which is just going to help you. So if you imagine all the cool stuff you need to do when you're swimming, the longer your core can just stay in one piece while you think about everything else, it becomes a lot easier to pick up technical feedback and just grow and adapt. If your core is the weak link, everything else falls apart. If you think about a raft, if you had like a log raft and it's starting to fall apart in the water, it wouldn't matter. Nothing else would matter. At the drink, we seems like a really dramatic way to finish the point. It was not the intention. We just hung in the air there. Wow. Talks. So, Alan's talk on goal setting. again, like I had to message her straight away because I was so happy, like so impressed with it. I really like the idea. The thing about the example I gave you guys about diving, the way that she brought it together in terms of your swimming in general. So if you've got a time you want to hit in the water, talking to your coach, whether it's, especially your lead, so go to your lead coach, they might talk to me, parents can get involved, we all have a sit-down conversation, but you lead it. Because it means that you might have something you want to achieve. If you say, maybe this is more into the older ones watching the video, if someone said they wanted to go sub a minute on 100 free, and they were swimming by the end of the season, or by the end of the month, and they were swimming at 110, someone would be able to tell you that it's probably not the most realistic way. But because you've set that ambition, we then know the best way to try and get you towards it. So, especially tying emotions to it. So the idea of improving something on land to make you feel stronger. That point I just made to you about the core endurance, if we know that your core is going to last all day, it just means that some things improved. And then you can reflect and review it every so often, and you know that you're still moving forward, and it kind of takes the fear away. Like, a lot of people love to be ambitious and set lofty goals, and everyone wants to be great, but it's really hard to try and back that. You start trying to find cheats and shortcuts, so it keeps you honest as well. So, long story short, watch the video. It's on the YouTube. It's still on Facebook, but you go to GCTV and have a look at it. Honestly, it'd be one of the best things you do for not just swimming, but also how to organise yourselves as well. That's going to do it for me. I'm going to have to go and try and stretch my abs out a bit more. We didn't do any of that in the cool down, but I strongly recommend also pressing to sit back if you haven't already done it today. And from everyone else at Guildford City that's watching behind the scenes, thank you for being with us and have a nice day.